Sports crew is here. Normally, Spotlight does the introductions, but there's only two problems. Number one, his background's pink, and number two, the man has John Laurinaitis. He got Laurinaitis.
I don't have laryngitis. Don't do that shit.
Well, see what I mean? He sounds like Stephen A. Smith Jr.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Number one, my room is pink. Now this room is pink because this was my niece's room. Number one, and number two, my voice is just fucked up. I don't sound like no Stephen A. Smith. Leave me alone.
And then, of course, we also have, even though she lost in ACW last night to Charlie Cruel twice. Yeah, Key, I'm going to have to work on your moveset because you should have won last night to me.
Yeah.
And I got to also create Spotlight Sports Talk since he's our commissioner. And I got a meeting on Tuesday about what happened last night.
You know, once we get some move sets and stuff, I'll be back. It's all right, just a little tweaks,
Yep.
So we here for the Week 4 NFL kickoff show. I don't know where Dante's at. I don't know where Keith at. So don't ask me. If they pop up in the screen, then you know they're here. But until then, go ahead, let's talk about whatever. What's the first thing on your mind, Really? God damn it.
Well, the first thing that's on my mind is basically, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to do that every stream. I'm sorry, bad movie. But anyway, you know what? We've been here, and it's kind of sucked that both Keith and Dante are here because they're all, representing separate divisions. But here's the one, and everybody in the chat can say this too. What is right now the toughest division in the NFL? Right now this season. I'm going to look it up here on my phone. So I want y'all to y'all in the chat, y'all can say it, but right now I'm going to let Key go first since she's being represented from the Eagles. So I'm assuming that's the East, if I'm correct.
Well, yeah, me and Dante's in the same division. He's a Redskins fan. I'm an Eagles fan. NFL East. NFC East, I should say. Sucks. So it definitely ain't the strongest. Right now, I think the strongest division gotta be in that division with what's that? The NFC. What's that? Packers.
The North.
The North. To me, I think that's the division right there. NFC North. That has to be the toughest, really, because you got the Packers, you got the Bears, Minnesota. They're pretty dominant, and those teams are pretty hard to beat. Sometimes, so I think that's the toughest, especially when you get a healthy Drew Brees. It's hard to play in that dome. You got Aaron Rodgers, the way he be slinging them, and you can't give him too much time. It's hard to play in Lambeau.
For the Bears,
the Bears, that legendary Soldier Field. It's just hard. And in Minnesota, just Minnesota with they dome. But
and then the Noise.
We ain't talking about them.
We ain't talking about the Noise, but here's the thing: we're not talking about the Noise, but the Noise is first place in their division. Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
2-0-1.
2-0-1. I'm sorry, it should be 2-1, not 2-0-1. Zachariah Brown says NFC West. To be honest, because I'm gonna look it up because I got it up. The NFC West is the second hardest in this season because going by record, 8-3-1. But to be honest, the real teams to me that are going to be fighting for that is the Rams, Seahawks, and the 49ers. Arizona right now is at a full rebuild. Let's just be real. But if they do get better, and if they could compete, but you said Savage 101 says how. How for what?
Yeah, how for what?
The third.
I think he meant the NFC North. NFC West. How is it?
To me, I think it's the second toughest in the NFC conference. I think it's the second toughest because the Rams are playing great. 49ers are playing great. Seahawks need a win tonight to stay a little bit, in that pressure. And as for the Cardinals, it's they're in full rebuild. I'd
Right,
say
and then plus they're gonna play some spoilers to some teams who need to get in the playoffs down the stretch. They might win, so
yeah.
they spoiler teams.
The second, well, actually now the third in the NFC is basically Dante's team.
Yeah,
Dante,
the NFC East is weak. It's always been,
Very weak.
always been.
you have the according to the record 6-7. The Cowboys are looking great, very looking great, and I expect them to win today.
But they one thing about Dallas, they're an accident waiting to happen. They start off hot like this. They get to the playoffs where it really matters, and they fall the hell off.
That's
So
true.
I'm not worrying about that until they prove something so they can win in the playoffs. Then they'll shut. Then I'll shut up.
What is up, Enrique? What is up, Rodriguez? What is up? Also, Key, since you're here, talk about him. Talk about your birds, the Eagles. Because if I tell Spotlight to do it, he will have no voice.
Well, with that being said, I'm still going to talk about the toughest division anyway. Um, we have a few tough divisions in the NFC. Um, I think there's a few tough divisions in the AFC as well. Not many, but a few.
Not really, according to what I'm looking at here.
Well, the AFC West is really a tough division. And I'm going to say that because of the Chargers and the Chiefs. And if my Raiders get back on point, and it could be to a point where 3 teams can make the playoffs out of that division.
And that'd be crazy.
It's a possibility because it's still early in the season, number one. Number two, right now, you might not see it, but the AFC North has always been a tough division. It's always a different champion in that division every single year. So most of the time it is Baltimore and Pittsburgh. It does fluctuate, but the competition all the way around. Where you got the Browns, right now. They're not clicking. My was only week 4. It's a long season to go. I think they'll get on the page. So me personally, I think the AFC North and the AFC West is on the AFC side is they're the only 2 toughest divisions in my opinion. On the NFC side, I can say the NFC West and our NFC West and NFC North is my top 2, but look at the NFC South a little bit too.
In the South, they're 5-7 according to this record. But the way how it looks, the Saints are banged up. But Teddy Bridgewater, he can pull through. Also, Carolina, Cam Newton was the issue, but it doesn't seem like that. What was his name? The QB?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen has proved it. Buccaneers, I don't know what to say about the Buccaneers right now. I don't know what to say right now. But like I said, I'm going to say this. Give them 2 or 3 years. Give them 2 to 3 years, and they'll be back the way in their winning ways. I mean, the only strongest team in Atlanta, Atlanta is just you don't know what you're going to get with Atlanta. So, to me, the strongest team in there
but
is the Saints.
But I'm saying, like, within the division of playing each other, that's what makes it tough.
True.
That's what makes it tough because when they play each other, you get some of the best games from the NFC South. You do. That Atlanta and New Orleans game, no matter what dome is in, you're going to get a great game out of that division. Even if Carolina is like 4-12 and they're on their last leg, but on week 17 they could be spoilers. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, very spoilers.
So, I just think the competition in the division is the reason why.
Well, competition-wise, according to this, records by the division, number 1 is the North, 2nd's the West, 3rd is the East, and 4th is South. By record. Now, for the records here for the AFC, and this one here is kind of shocking. Number 1 is tied between 2 divisions, 6-6. The AFC East, yes, let me repeat that. The AFC East So for y'all that's getting confused, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, and Buffalo. But that's just the Patriots and the Buffalo and Buffalo. They're carrying that division. The Patriots and Buffalo. And we will see who's actually the inferior top dog in that division here today. Also, the AFC South is tied 6-6. Let's be real. The Colts, Texans, you don't know what you're going to get from Tennessee, and you damn sure don't know what you're going to get from Jacksonville.
Well, I think we know what we're gonna get from Jacksonville this season with Uncle Rico at the helm.
Yeah. And as for the Colts,
we just don't know what Jaguars' defense is going to show up. That's the problem.
Right. Also, the Texans, to me, I think they need a big win today. They need it. Colts, to me, if the Colts win, I believe, if I'm correct, and if every other team loses today, the Colts would be number one in that division.
That's crazy.
That's not surprising to me, though.
Without Andrew Luck and all.
That's not. That's still not surprising to me, though.
Because Kobe is a good backup, and he's been playing like, hey, it's his time to shine. And I'm happy for that. Just hope and pray they can win today. What is up, Risky? What is up, Beast? What is up, Manny Jackson? What is up, Lee Jenkins? What is up, Gucci Raptors fans? Sorry about that. And also, second place, maybe going with third place, the AFC West. Now, this is all spotlights here. Let's just, like he said earlier, the Chiefs, Chargers, and if Oakland can get it together in Indianapolis today, you would put there. Zachariah Brown says the Colts. But shoot, the Colts been balling. They've been balling. You got to give them their respect. They're balling. It's going to be a little hard today without some of their key players. But to me, I don't think that bothers the Colts. To me, I don't think that bothers the Colts that everybody's hurt. Because they made the playoffs last year when everybody was hurt. And they still proved doubters wrong. They beat the Texans in Houston, but then they got curve stomped by the Chiefs. But, they're still that team to watch out for. Let me quote this, y'all. And you can put facts here in the chat. A weakened dog may fear you, but turn its back on it just once, it will strike. That's the Colts when they're injured. They may be weak, but turn your back just once. They're going to chew on your ass like a dog in a postman.
My thing is we got to get the running game going for the Raiders game. We got to get the running game going. Josh Jacobs got to at least have 25 carries for us to win this game. Understand it's a running back by committee with Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington. But at the same time, like, John Gruden got to open up the playbook. He got to open it up. He got to, because Hunter Renfrow is not really a number two, and J.J. Nelson is not really a number two. And I've been saying this for a while. Understand that Crabtree is up there in age, but we need to re-sign him. That was Derek Carr's favorite target when he was an MVP caliber. I've been saying it. If you look at the stats of that year that we went 12-4, Crabtree was damn near top 5 wide receiver in stats alone and almost made the Pro Bowl. And Carr was MVP year. Yeah, Marlon Mack is still there. That's my only concern with my Raiders right now. And we got to be creative on offense, and we got to get to the quarterback, or we got to stop the run. That's what it is. I mean,
if not, y'all going to be hearing Return of the Mac all day.
Then they got to hear Return of the Mac next week.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's 2 back-to-back Macs. So y'all got 2 Big Macs up there.
Well, we got one big.
Got a 2 for $4.
No, we got one Big Mac and we got a double quarter pounder of cheese, and that's Marlon Mack.
No quarter pounder.
Because Marlon Mack is not that big as Khalil Mack.
He was low key wants a McDonald's after that. Hearing that, sorry, Keith, we love you.
Right.
But
and then the final. Believe it or not, to be honest, I'm not surprised that this division is last. Get this, y'all, by record, 3-9.
Ooh.
We
The
know
AFC North.
AFC South, AFC North.
Think about this. Who is carrying that division? The Ravens are. Okay? Yeah, the Ravens.
Call it the Raven, nevermore.
Because the Ravens, to be honest, who's second carrying? Obviously the Browns, but the Browns need to get it together. The Browns need to get it together. And let's be real, the 2-0-3 teams. I didn't expect the Steelers to go 0-3, but they don't believe in tanking.
I expected it.
They don't believe in tanking, and they need to start believing, but I can't say it now because they traded their first-round pick to Miami, of all teams, to get Fitzpatrick. And as for the Bungles, if you guys do not get this reference.
Only person I feel bad for
I am
over
the
there is
great
the coach.
Cornelio.
Is the mascot.
That is the Bungles. I'm going to do it again because Spotlight needs to see it. I am the great Cornelio. I am the DP for my Bungle.
I was expecting the Steelers to be 0-3. I was expecting this. This is nothing fucking new. When they lost AB, well, they traded AB. Thank God that we got rid of him too. But when they didn't re-sign Le'Veon Bell, that was
it. I mean, I knew Le'Veon was not going to resign the drama he caused. What is up, Philly?
Joel.
Okay, thank you. I'm bad with pronouncing names. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Shoot, I can't even pronounce the names on my own wrestling stream, for God's sakes. That's bad. That's real bad.
But I do want to say, like, my voice is not there, so I'm not going to be talking much, okay, y'all? I don't really have no voice. And people say I'm Stephen A 2.0. Well, I could be Stephen A 2.0 when we talk about the Eagles, yeah.
Well, you got that voice. Wait a minute, big news. Terry McLaurin is out for today's game.
Wow. That's
what? Oh, no, I got to hurry up and change my DraftKings lineups. I think I got him in one of them. Ain't this a
Is that what you taking on me, Key?
No, DraftKings.
Well, Key should be up right now in fantasy, but she didn't start Wentz. She picked Brady over Wentz. Yeah. Even though Wentz kind of had a good game.
So
he was all right, but
I kind of against that Bills defense. Good luck.
I didn't know which Carson was gonna show up, so I got scared.
Dude, the Carson that showed up was I don't know what Carson would show up. Ravens OP. I will say that Ravens are overpowered, and to me, the only team that could beat the Patriots in the playoffs. Second being the Chiefs. But I can't trust that Chief defense for shit.
I'm so mad right now because in my podcast fantasy league, I had Jordan Howard on the bench. I'm pissed right now.
Oh, I started him.
Jordan Howard was the man.
I got 2 leagues. In my other league, I started him. So yeah, I'm up in that one.
So the way how this works here, the AFC conference, like I said, people can freaking at me all you want. AFC conference as a whole is the weakest. I don't give a damn what anybody says. We all know at the end of the day, them goddamn cheaterites are going. They're up there. They're up there. They're up there. Let me get my New York accent on. They're up there. They're up there, people. My God, the only teams that can stop them is the Ravens, Chiefs, and if Buffalo beats them today. Woo! If Buffalo beats them today, this is gonna be me. I'm probably gonna cry and say, "I believe I can fly." I probably might have to put myself through a table because I low key. Though I literally am not giving Buffalo no chance. I'm going to say that now.
Good luck. I don't believe it. Like I said, and when we did the picks. The Patriots or the Bills didn't play nobody. So this is a true test for both teams.
It is. Someone's gonna go 4-0. And speaking of records, wait a minute. Damian Estrada, hey, Bears and Vikings game might be postponed due to the weather. Need I remind you it's in Chicago? Need I remind you both teams don't give a damn if it's raining? But to be honest though, that's more advantage for Chicago than it is Minnesota.
But still, I'm gonna bet you any amount of money, no matter if it wasn't raining, Kirk Cousins is not going to have a better week than he had last week. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because Kirk Cousins never plays good on the road. Never. In his career, he never plays good on the road.
And he never is good against teams that are over 500. Now, if
I,
the Bears were
I
like
forget who
over
I picked
3 or
that.
something, then maybe.
I forgot who I picked. Minnesota or Chicago. I don't remember.
I think you picked
Oh,
Minnesota.
the book is at my house, so I don't have it. So.
So Pat's too OP. Oh God, here you go. Jacariah Brown going the Stephen A. Smith route. But anyway, let's scratch the divisions. We all know who's the weakest. We all know who's the strongest in both divisions. Now it's time for a segment I like to call Bouncing Back. I wish I could play Mystical's Bouncing Back, but I don't want to get a copyright strike here. So, who's gonna bounce back from 0-3?
Let's see. So you got Cincinnati. You got Pittsburgh. Who else is 0-3? Washington's 0-3.
Let me pull up the standings.
The Donkeys are 0-3.
Denver's 0-3.
Denver's gonna be 0-4. Let's just be real.
Denver's not going to come back from 0-3. It's out. So you got Miami that's 0-3. You got Washington that's 0-3. You got Arizona that's 0-2-1. You have Denver that's 0-3. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh are both 0-3.
And the Jets.
The Jets are 0-3.
Yeah, the Jets are 0-3. They haven't won a game.
Oh shit!
Remember, Gangrene Davison deep depression. He's literally in deep depression.
They're not beating the Eagles next week.
Yeah, they're not beating the Eagles. They're not beating the Eagles.
Don't put nothing past the Eagles. I'm telling you. I mean, don't put nothing past the Eagles because you know they can look good one week and then play like shit the next week.
That's true too. But at the same, yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna end that with that. But to me, and the Redskins are 0-3 as well. Let's be real. Redskins are not. That Jay Gruden.
He's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone.
If he's not gone next season, oh God, help us all. May God help us all.
So who bounces back? Honestly, I think not say Pittsburgh will bounce back to the point where they get playoff contention, but they won't be, they won't be winless for the rest of the season.
Pittsburgh will be bouncing back. I think don't they play tomorrow against Cincinnati?
Yeah, they'll win that game, hopefully.
Oh yeah, but Pittsburgh's gonna win that game.
Don't put it past Cincinnati either because Cincinnati has been competing, y'all.
True,
Yeah.
Their defense is good. I will say
They've
that.
been competing on both sides of the ball. They've been losing on fourth quarter drives. There's always something going on. If they throw a pick or the defense can't get a stop on fourth down, it's always something with the Bengals. They can get over that hump. I can see the Bengals bouncing back.
I'm gonna say the teams to me are gonna be bouncing back from an 0-3. Steelers is 1. The Jets, no, sorry. The Dolphins, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we forgot the Dolphins. The Dolphins, hell no.
The Dolphins actually might be able to not have a chance. I still didn't pick them, but because of the injury bug that the Chargers has been hit with to this week. No Travis Benjamin, no Mike Williams. They got some hits on the defense. I don't know.
Who the Chargers play this week?
Miami.
I'm still picking the Chargers.
I'm still picking the Chargers too. There's no way.
That's still a bad Miami team overall. When you got Fitzpatrick and Rosen, you don't know who your starter is every single fucking week.
LOL Dolphins. That's what they are. The LOL Dolphins. Here's my whole thing. You would think a dolphin being the second smartest animal, you would think they would be smart in management. Oh, wait, these are human beings, not fish. God, when the whole team asks to be traded, that's a problem.
Yeah, when your whole 53-man roster asks to be traded, that tells you something.
I honestly think I don't think that Miami might win a game this year.
So they're going to be 0-16?
They're going to go 0-16?
They will win at least 2 games this year.
That would be something if they go 0-16.
Shoot, we got to play them.
Do the Bears got to play them? I think Chicago plays them too.
I swear for beans, you better not lose no Miami.
My Raiders don't play them.
My God. Now, what if they were to play the Chiefs of all teams?
That's what 66-0.
No,
That's what they're gonna
100,
be.
100 to nothing. Chiefs will score 100 points.
The Chiefs, no, the Chiefs. Andy Reid gonna be like, you know what? Second string, y'all just go ahead, just finish the whole game.
That'd be so
All the
hilarious if Andy Reid decided to go full Reid and said,
it's not really a hot take, but I got like a fact that I found out on NFL Network this morning. We all understand that Patrick Mahomes is playing with them. I know we understand that we all picked the Chiefs against the Lions. But ever since college, Patrick Mahomes is 1-3 in a dome. I saw that stat and I was like, what? Ever since he's at Texas, since Texas Tech, he's 1-3 in a dome. I'm like, what? Is this a true fact? And I had to look it up. It is a true fact. He's played better outside than he plays in a dome. That's weird, but
they're facing the Noive.
Yeah, they're facing the Noive.
That's a beautiful fact, but at the same time, they're facing the Noive.
So I'm not expecting Patrick Mahomes to have a bad game, but if he does, we know why.
It's going to be the dome effect.
And I will low-key cry if the Lions win. I will be like this. Now, for real, I would be like this. He was my neighbor. That's what I'll be. He was my neighbor. He was my neighbor.
So, did y'all hear about Cam Newton? He said the simple fact he's hiding I guess the timetable, how long his injury is going to be. He got this foot injury. What's the Liz?
That means he don't give shit about the team.
Yeah,
his foot or something. I'm just like,
that means he doesn't give two shits about the team. Because if you're going to hide your timetable, want to come back to your team, and you're supposed to be the captain, that's selfish.
Very selfish.
It's selfish because your team is out there working their ass off, trying to fucking win without you. But no, you're not gonna worry about a fucking timetable. Fuck you, Cam Newton. Cut your hair and fucking do something with it.
Did you notice his if I looked at a picture of him and I'm like, your shoulder his pads are huge under his and I'm like, no wonder why when you getting cracked, your pad that shit probably hurt.
So
he just looks heavy.
So we're all in agreement. Cam is about to be is goof of the week. Oh,
yeah, because his fucking hair look like a fucking bottom of a Swiffer.
Chia.
No, remember Rugrats?
No. He takes his helmet off. When you watch when he takes his helmet off, it's so flat. You know how you see the dust at the bottom of a Swiffer? It is all spread out. That's how his shit looks.
This is gonna be me right now. Hey, y'all, let's talk about the routes.
Darius Slay is out. Oh, that's tough.
Oh God.
That is tough on the line.
Patrick Mahomes gonna have a field day with whoever back there.
See, I'm telling y'all, the Noive.
But listen, they still believe the Lions still believe. I'm not picking on them, but they in their minds, and then
they said surprisingly, Matthew Stafford is on the injured list.
What?
That's every year.
So wait a minute. You know what? Let's bring this up. Is Matthew Stafford really worth it, Lions? Is he really worth it?
Yes, if he put some real weapons around him.
To me, Matthew Stafford's not bad. He doesn't have nobody to throw to.
Yeah, he never had a team. He always had to carry that team. Only person that I can say that he had
Megatron.
Was Megatron and Ebron. That was it.
Now they have they never had a real good passing game or running game. Like they never can get Kenyon Johnson is not that bad, but they never had like a successful running game and a passing game. I think if you give that to Stafford, the Lions would be okay.
And I will never call them the Noive. Well, actually, that's a lie. I'll still call them the Noive. The Noive? Yeah, the Noive. But
I think if you give them that, then you have to call Tennessee something else with the Hearts, because then the Lions might have a damn heart and play like they got some sense.
So if that was to happen, the Lions would no longer be the Noive. You would give the Noive to Tennessee?
Yeah.
Probably. Yes.
Wow.
I would give the North to Tennessee before I would give it to Detroit because we know what we're going to get out of Detroit every week. We don't know what the fuck we're getting out of Tennessee. We have no clue with Marcus Mariota. Next day he could look like Tom Brady. The next day he could look like Josh Rosen. The fuck?
No, he could be. What's his name? Oh my god, I can't say. No, I can't think of his name. He played for Minnesota. This is back in the day. He ran the wrong way for a safety.
Oh
I don't know the ball name.
Huh?
I don't know the ball name. Don't get me lying.
That's a long time ago. This is when the Vikings lost 4 straight Super Bowls in 10 years. That's brutal.
Oh, that might have been before my time.
Yeah, it's before all of our times. Let's be real. Who is it? Dan, I don't know.
Oh, Dan Abolsky.
I can't think of it. There's only one person I can go to. But yeah, go the wrong way for a safety. Like, my God, that's just bad.
If like I said, if not Tannehill, like if Stafford doesn't, get pieces around him, who knows? He might ask to go somewhere else.
To be honest, Detroit might let him go after this season.
Detroit is really going to be stupid.
They will let him go. Well, it's the Ford family. Need I remind you, they rather work on cars than an NFL team, and it's real sad that all in Detroit, the Lions are the only team to actually watch. Everyone else sucks.
We know this, but we know the city of Detroit is about Ford cars. Of course, we all know this already.
And you guys gave us Eminem, so you guys get a pass. All right, here it is.
Royce the 5'9" is good too.
Fran Tarkenton. That's what his name was. Fran Tarkenton.
Okay.
Yeah, go the wrong way for a safety.
Way before my time.
That was way before my time too. The guy for the Lions who ran of the end zone. Stafford trade for Jacoby Brissett. You actually think the Colts would do that? Hell no.
Well, the Colts organization, I can see that shit happening.
Oh my God, I will.
The way the NFL is set up
today, Jim Irsay on blast if that happens.
The way the NFL is set up today, I won't be surprised.
Stafford would not fit that Colt offense at all.
Why would he not? He has a way better arm than Jacoby Brissett, and he has better accuracy than Jacoby Brissett. Are you kidding me right now? Him and T.Y. Hilton with an Ebron and Jack Doyle in a running game, you'll give him pieces. And I bet you Matthew Stafford would be a fucking MVP caliber with that team. But trust and believe.
We will see. We will see. You know what I can see Matthew Stafford going? If Detroit let him go, he'll go to the Dolphins. The Dolphins will pay him that money.
No, he won't.
He's not going to win in Miami. That's the whole point. Matt Stafford wants to win now.
Yeah, he wants to win now because he only got 4 good years left. Let's be real. The Lions waste his career like they did Paddington.
He's been underrated all his fucking career. Mind you, he was the #1 overall draft pick coming out of fucking Georgia. That's another Georgia player. That's
Georgia.
I could name so many Georgia players that's in the NFL right now. It doesn't make no fucking sense.
Trey Stafford for Haskins.
Washington ain't that stupid.
Washington's not that stupid. I mean, damn, Steiner's a cheap ass, but he's not that retarded.
Honestly, I don't think Stafford will fucking follow Grievous because he wouldn't want to play in Washington. He will follow Grievous no, don't send me the fuck here. Don't do that.
He said, never mind, I'm a Texans fan. Don't trade him to the Colts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know. EJ, I don't know how he would feel if he had Stafford. Because back in high school, we always joked and messed around with Matthew Stafford. I think one time someone said, oh, what if Stafford went to the Colts? I think EJ, low-key, face went from white to red. He went off. He went off to the point I said, who's better than Matthew Stafford? Someone said Jay Cutler, and I just low-key bust out laughing. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, so Matthew Stafford is better than Jay Cutler. Someone said, yeah.
Ooh.
And I low-key laughed. And here's the funny thing. They played the Lions that week. What happened? Jay Cutler had a better game than Stafford.
Would you take Stafford for Trubisky?
Hell no. Trubisky, to me, has promise more than Stafford does. To me, Stafford, he's Jay Cutler 2.0. I'm sorry. I'm not that big of Stafford fan.
B said Damian wants to sabotage Stafford because he's a Bears fan.
To me, Trubisky, like I said before, give him time. It's still early in the season. And what happened on Monday? They gave him time. The man threw 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdown passes. Like I said before, Trubisky to me is an okay quarterback. He can throw a ball. Granted, he just has to work on accuracy. He didn't have that problem Monday. It's just the first 2 games. That's why people say, oh, they need to get rid of preseason. I don't think they need to get rid of preseason. No, here's what needs to happen. Let the starters play. If you know you're going to face a tough opponent in week 1 or in week 2, or God forbid, week 3, 1 and 2, let them start preseason week 3 and 4. Like, let them play the first 2 quarters and then let them sit down.
Speaking of preseason, so the NFL is proposing to push the season out 17 games and only having 2 preseason games.
No.
Thoughts of would it work, or why would it work?
Why it wouldn't work is because when you have the NFL draft and you have 7 rounds of players coming out, you got to evaluate those players for at least a month. Narrow it down to 2. That means you won't have to narrow down the draft. Instead of being 7 rounds, you got to at least bring it down to 4 or 5 rounds. So if you want to do the preseason that way, you can't have 7 rounds, because how you want to evaluate over 100-something players, plus you bring in undrafted free agents? How are you going to narrow that down in 2 weeks? You can't.
Really, Arkham? You really have to go that route.
Listen,
wait, I'm not gonna lie, he do sound like Big Smoke. But that's how he woke up, y'all. That's how he woke up.
Yes, that's how I woke up. I can't.
Instead of Beyonce waking up like this, he woke up like Stephen A. Jr. I'm about to low-key get RKO the next time I see Spotlight.
I ain't saying nothing because I got something for that ass as the commissioner.
Yeah. Nah, shoot. Did you see the whole entire thing last night?
No, I couldn't.
Man, it was it was something. But either by the end of the day, let's just be real. When it comes to Stafford and us in this debate, it starts today. Can they beat the Chiefs?
I think it's possible because it's any given Sunday.
That's true.
It's possible, but am I picking them? No.
But Jamie Foxx is not playing quarterback today.
I am not. Y'all gonna leave me the hell alone, Jake. Give me with JT.
Stephen A. Senior.
Stephen A. Senior.
Well, you might say, hold up. Y'all want to do that, right? You might say Mal Gooley's part of the family too, because you got the hairstyle of Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, cool, but here's the thing. I might have the hairstyle, but shoot, I look way better than Stephen A. Smith. And at least I'm not trialed and tribulated by New York. How you get belittled in your own freaking city? That's just no.
Well,
they don't like Stephen A. because he keeps real.
We'll talk about belittle. All the teams besides the Yankees is fucking belittle. Let's talk about that.
That's kind of sad. And New York is that type of city where it should be success. There should be riots in the streets. But the only teams that you would want to see is Brooklyn, Buffalo, the Yankees. That's terrible. That's terrible.
But
The Jets, my God. The Giants, okay, maybe there's some hope. There's some hope in Giant Land. The Knicks, I can't even pour my drink.
we're not going to even talk about the NBA as of right now.
No, we can't. But also another thing that also has gotten, he sounds like Debo on Friday. No, Debo's voice was deep. You gotta be like, who else wants some?
What are you trying to say then? This is me with the deep voice too. The fuck?
This is Debo's voice. Who else wants some? Who else wants some of Debo? That's not Spotlight. Spotlight sounds like Laurinaitis after getting cussed out.
But back to the Kia's question. Should the NFL extend the schedule to 17 games and to have 2 preseason games?
No.
I said before, you want to cut down the draft because there's too many players coming out of college within 7 rounds, and you're not able to evaluate players in 2 weeks. That's one. 2, if you're going to do that, teams will have to have 2 bye weeks.
And then plus they got to change the playoff format.
I won't mind changing the playoff format, but as far as the schedule go, they got to have at least 2 bye weeks if you play 17 games. That's just me, because players get injured every fucking week.
Yes.
1 bye week is not enough if you want to play 17 games or 18 games, because mind you, you're taking 2 preseason games out and adding 2. You might end up playing 19, depending on how it is. But I don't think they should. It's just for preseason purposes. You find those best players in the later rounds. And now you're cutting out people getting into the NFL because you want to break it down to 2 preseason games. That's stupid to me.
Very stupid.
It's dumb. A lot of people's dreams will fail because of these 2 preseason games because they won't be drafted. But if they do be drafted, they'll be drafted as an undrafted free agent, and you still have to evaluate in 2 weeks. No, keep it the way it was, has it always been.
Yes.
16, 17 games is enough already. Why we need to put more to it? It's stupid. It's just dumb to me. I don't like it.
Because the NFL is this marquee market, and they need forget the money wise. Like you risking players' injuries, their livelihood is playing this game. I know it's a violent sport, but still, this is how they live. So adding an extra game,
and also
add more wear and tear to their body.
Also, I'm gonna make this little one here, so we all in agreement. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, or you might get your ass on blast.
And the thing about it is, is that I think about the college players that's coming into the NFL. That's what I really think about. I mean, I know they're going to be hurt and all, but like I know not going to get hurt. I know it's a violent game, and I know these NFL players. Everybody gets hurt every week, but you're taking a dream away from college players that went D1 to get to this moment. And now they're not going to be able to get drafted because you got to shorten the draft and now you shorten the 2 preseason games. The preseason games is not for to be entertained. It's not. The preseason games go live to see what these rookies can do to make the football team. That's the evaluation of an organization and player personnel. So you look at it as a fan, but I'm looking at it as a GM. I'm looking at it as a coach. I'm looking at it as a coaching staff. Because I used to be a coach. When tryouts in Little League, our tryouts is at least a month. At least a month. They start in August. Sometimes they start before that with spring camp.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But extensions, if you want to do extension of the games, it got to be 2 bye weeks, and you got to keep all 4 preseason games. Or that's what you could do: have none of the starters play in the preseason. But if you got new players, you got to have that chemistry. So you got to at least get 1 or 2 drives in. I'm not saying play the whole game, but these preseason is not for national entertainment like the NFL is when the season starts.
Yes.
It's for evaluation of player personnel. And that's what a lot of fans need to understand.
Preach, brother, preach.
I think I just broke that down to the core, though. I need to be a GM. I need to be a GM. God
You
damn.
do. You do. To
Let's
me,
sign him. Pick a GM. Pick a tick. So,
pick a
okay,
team.
question, y'all, and y'all in the chat. So, if you was to be a GM, what team would you take over, and what changes would you make?
To me, to me,
And it don't have to be your team. Just pick a team in general.
shoot. Oh God. To be honest though, I would low key change around. You know, even though I would love to be the GM for the Bears, I would love to low key like be the GM of the Colts right now. Why? They got all the money. They got all the money. They're holding it so they can save it for their players. But also, if you see a big, sexy name in the off season, and you know your position is having a little bit of issue, why not spend that little bit of money? Shoot, just like next season, the Colts still got a big freaking shopping spree. So, like for instance, if Jalen Ramsey doesn't get traded, I can see him going to Indy. Now, just think about that deadly combination: Jalen Ramsey just getting paid, and also having Malik Hooker by his side. That's a hell of. I'm sorry. That should be a dang beer. Ramsey Hooker. That should be a movie. That should be a freaking drink. That should even be, even though I don't smoke, that should be the name of weed. Can I get a Ramsey Hooker? Can I get a
That
Ramsey
do sound
Hooker?
like a drink, though.
That sounds like a drink. Can I get a Ramsey Hooker? Okay. There's the rum. There you go. You got the lemon juice, the gin, and some pineapple in there. Oh, and some footballs near your way. If you take some pigskin, it's easy. Just go down there for a pick six.
Right. So the team that I would take over, of course, I would be love to be the GM of the Raiders because Mark Davis is just an asshole. But that's another story for another time.
Fire John Gruden, and I'll be happy.
I wouldn't fire John Gruden. I wouldn't fire John Gruden, but I
Well,
wouldn't.
at least take the
I
10
would
years.
be that type of GM. I would be that type of GM to let him know about himself. That's just one thing about me. But me, if I was the GM and I wanted to take over a team, like I said before, I would take over the Detroit Lions and put some players around Matthew Stafford. I would do it. I would build through the draft. I would build through the draft because bringing veterans over, you got to bring them over when they make prime. If they on their last leg, I'm not bringing them over. So I would take the Detroit Lions. I would take. You know what? This would be a tough task. Y'all wouldn't expect this from me. I would take over the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm not surprised on that because
I'm
the
not
Bengals are
surprised.
trash.
They need some help.
They need help.
I would take over the Cincinnati Bengals. Andy Dalton is a good quarterback. I've been watching him since TCU. It's just AJ Green can't stay healthy. That's what hurts them. Tyler Eifert can't stay healthy. Joe Mixon is a good running back. They have a team. It's just the higher ups. It makes it bad. And I would build through the draft. I would bring some key veterans in that would put knowledge to this defense. What? And they got some cap room too. They
do.
ain't nobody big money like that in Cincinnati. So as a GM, I gotta make it attractive for people to come here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is amazing podcast answered prayers. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whatever
We appreciate it. And also, can you read that comment from Damian Estrada? It's kind of funny.
I seen that shit. It's okay because Peterson got a Super Bowl ring. So
oh yeah, that's true. So I got the Colts. I would love to do my Bears. For me, I would have kept Bryce, but now I'm looking at it now. Bryce is now injury prone, so he probably would have went. And Adrian Amos, I probably would have kept probably on a franchise tag, but and then talk to him man to man and saying, look, this defense is talented. It's freaking talented. And also, you know what I would do? I would talk to Mr. Trubisky and say this, look, I want you at the end of the offseason, I want you and Nagy and the rest of that offensive line and the rest of those, all those picks that we gave you, all them in my Joker way, all the toys we got you, and I want you to play with each and every one of them with our defense on the field. I want you to play. I want you to see you got that arm. I just want to see it for myself. And for the running game, David Montgomery, this is going to be me. I'm like, David, we right here, these are all wooden crates. And they all got defenders on them. They look at it. Clay Matthews right there on a wood block. Everything else. I want you to play crash them. I want you to play cram with them. In other words, when you get the ball, I want you to run through them. I want you to run through them. I don't care if you step on their chest. I want you to run through them. I want you to prove like you gonna stop me? Boom, cram. Clay Matthews, roughing the pack, cram. You getting knocked out. You can break tackles. Let's see how you break boards. Shoot. So, Key, who would you pick? If you pick, obviously the Eagles, or are you gonna surprise us?
No, I wouldn't do the Eagles. I think I'm gonna stay in the division, but it's not gonna be Eagles. I would say the Giants. Because overall, like the Giants got their QB behind them that they want for their future. So give them some weapons around them, build up that defense again. Like the Giants can play football, like back in LT days. Back when you had Strahan and Urinor and JPP. Like get them back to that Giants defense how they was. And then put some weapons around Jones. You already got Saquon back there. Give him some wide receivers. Evan Ingram's a hell of a tight end right now. He's young, so I would build up the offense, the line a little bit, get some defensive players back in there so the Giants can go back to playing what they were known for, Giants football.
Yes, go back to Big Blue football. And so overall Colts, straight up, I totally forgot. Giants and the Lions. If we all had PlayStation 4s or Xbox, we should do a series of that, and which team would have the more success in a 3-year span. But we don't have that type of technology, and plus some of us got PlayStations and one got it Xbox. Sorry,
Don't do that.
I caught that the wrong time. Sorry.
That is wrong. He's shady right there, yo. He's shady right there.
But also, let's also get this down too, because Zachariah Brown also brought this up on my stream, and I couldn't answer it because it was a tough question. Who has the humblest fan base in the NFL? God, I can't wait to hear this.
Honestly, there's no humble fans in NFL.
There is no humble. You can't.
No.
There's none.
There's none.
Not one. Not fucking one.
Well, let's say this. Let's do, since there's no humble, but who is close to being that type of fan base would be like, they're okay.
Meaning you don't hear nothing about them in the news and things like that?
Yes. Well, obviously the Eagles are out, so the Eagles are out.
Yeah, they've been out. But Minnesota fans should have known better, thinking they was going to come in my city and put some purple on a Rocky statue. And what happened?
I remember
we did the skull chant right out of Lincoln Financial, flew them back home, and they were Saudi, and we was in their home city and won a Super Bowl. So I don't know what Minnesota fans was thinking, but I don't know. You can't really say the fans or whatnot. I already know Eagles fans is just ridiculously crazy. I know they're beyond crazy.
That's true. And EDP gave y'all a bad name. Makes me just despise Eagles fans.
I just don't like him. It's him. Now, as far as Who should be the quiet fans is the ones the team's losing, the ones that stink. You don't hear nothing from the Lions fans. You don't hear nothing from Miami fans. You know why? Because when you look at when you look at them on TV, you don't see no crowd. Ain't nobody there watching them. They empty.
To me, I would say the most humblest crowd. To be honest, even though nobody really cares about them, Arizona.
Yeah, to you actually go to an Arizona game and see how those fans are.
They're just like this. They're just like, dang, I wish I had some props. So pretend this is one of them glass eye things. Oh my, Kyle Murray threw a touchdown. Oh wow. Okay, class, very, very class. Oh, we faced the Bears. Oh wow. Oh my, the Bears. Oh, the Bears have a wonderful defense. Yes, wonderful defense. Very wonderful.
Yeah.
But to be honest, even when their team is winning, they're like they don't know how to feel. They're like this. Oh my God, we're 10 and we're 12-4.
Oh, no, they show no emotion.
They have no emotion. The Texans, let me say this, for the Texans, I wouldn't put the Texans, they're chilled until they start losing. Because let's be real, when y'all lost to the Colts, I've never seen so many people whining and bitching up a storm to the point y'all say get rid of Deshaun Watson. That's when I had to put a Texan fan in their place. Like, low key, I'm like, really? Deshaun Watson's the problem? Have you not seen your management? And plus, if I was a Texan fan right now, my biggest concern is who the hell is my GM? All right, I don't have a GM. Colts fans, I'm gonna say this: they were gonna be peaceful until you live in Indianapolis. Colts fans are very short-sighted.
Falcons fans should be upset that they can't get Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
Falcons fans are just they're just. I can just 28-3 it all day, and it wouldn't make a difference about the Falcons fans.
Falcons fans should be upset that they can't get Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
The Vikings fan base are like those damn cheese balls, annoying as hell. No, the problem with the Vikings is they're so used to and I hate to say this, they're so used to failure. They're like every time they have a good year, it's always some BS that happens with them. So the Vikings know. The Bears, let's be real. I'm not going to sugarcoat Chicago. We are French fry salty. You know why? We can never get past Green Bay. When's the last time Chicago ever swept Green Bay in a season?
Never.
Because Green Bay always finds a way. Chicago, they're French fry salty when it comes to that.
No. So it's like everybody's fan base, has their own what they do. It's just
I'm not I can say humble fans. There's none.
There is no humble. To be honest, if this was a basketball stream, there are a lot of basketball fans that are semi-humble. Not humble, semi-humble. But then in NFL, everybody wants to fight everybody. Now, since we say the most humble, who is the most, we did the most despised, which fan base you just want to see in the street and beat the dog piss out of them?
Dallas.
Eagles.
To be honest, Steelers. Come the freak at me. I can't stand the Steelers fan base. I can't mess with a Yinzer. Like, I can't mess with a Yinzer. I'm so sorry. Like, Yinzer fans. Yinzer fans make Eagles fans look like choir boys. Really?
Jesus Christ.
No. Don't put the Lord into this. But low key. Don't put the Lord into this, but low key, Steelers fans should be ashamed of themselves. When they lost to the Chargers, and the first thing I see on the news is a pregnant woman was rushed to the hospital because a freaking Steelers fan cold cocked a pregnant woman right in the face and in the stomach. Once you hit something that can, trying to bring life into the world, you just lost all freaking respect from me. Bills fans, and they throw no, I don't know. They do. Oh
Wow.
no, I thought they put their fans through tables. That's something I would actually love to do.
What?
Shoot, Bills fans put their fans through tables.
Jesus Christ.
No, seriously, they put them through tables. Bubba
Dallas
Ray
make me
would be proud.
Skip Bayless makes me not like Dallas fans.
No, because he's a big fan. He's a big fan of Jerry Jones. That's why. Wait a minute. Bears fans are like Cubs fan base during those 100 years of not winning a World Series. To be honest, nah. I have to disagree because here's the problem with that. Even when the Cubs were losing, they were still loved. The Cubs were still loved. For 100 years, we were known as the lovable losers. I have to disagree with that. I got to disagree with that. When you're loved, even when you're losing, and it's still happening today, what does that say about the fan base? The fan base, that's a chilled fan base. Now that's a chilled fan base, but this ain't MLB we're talking about. This is football. What is it? The Patriots? Oh God, the Patriots won't shut up about their success. Oh God, I would not. You know what? Here's the thing about Patriots fans. They're annoying as hell, but at the same time, you can't say shit to them. You can't tell them nothing because how many championships have they won? They won 6. Look at all our teams. My team's won 1. Key's team won 1. The Raiders, how many have they won? What, 2?
We got 3 as an organization.
3. There's nothing here to say. There's nothing to say. Patriots fans are like this. This is what they are. They're sitting on the throne, and we're watching it on repeat. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 7. Now, if they win 7, just screw everything. The Patriots are just that. They're the organization. They're the. Long time ago, it used to be the Steelers. Yeah, the Steelers used to be the organization. The organization. Then they start falling off. That was management that did that. Then Green Bay also was the organization, but they fell off. It's the Patriots. Like it or not, you might hate the freaking team. Yes, you might hate the coach. Yes, you might hate Tom Brady. Yes, you might hate their players. But in the end of the day, when it comes to fan bases, I would say the most humble. But I would say this: they're this. They're riding the throne. They're sitting on the throne. But I would not want to pick a fight with a Patriots fan because that makes you look like a jackass because you're just hating off their success. You can't get mad at success. The Raiders, Raiders is another team I wouldn't pick a fight with because there's nothing. I mean, shoot, Ice Cube and all them. Raiders. Nah, y'all got Ice Cube as a fan. I got nothing to say. When you got Ice Cube, I got nothing to say. The teams that you would want to pick a fight with, I would say Green Bay. You would pick a fight with, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Bears fan. Let's just be real. Lions, Vikings, and Bears got one thing in common. They would beat the crap out of a Green Bay fan. They hate Green Bay. I hate Green Bay. I'm not going to lie. I hate Green Bay. I hate their fan base. I have family that live in Wisconsin. They would never shut the hell up about their success. They would never shut up about Aaron Rodgers, but they could clearly forget about past failures. That's the problem with the Packers. They don't man up to their own. The Bears man up to their own. We're manning up for the double doink. We're manning up from 2011. We're manning up from 06. The Lions, they're manning up. Yeah, the Noise fan base has man up from 0-16. 0-16. And as for the Vikings, well, they're being gripped by the balls by this Waluigi-looking MFer that's their owner. So they're manning up to that. And yeah, in 15 years, they're going to rebuild the Minnesota dome. You want to know why? Because birds fly into the glass too much in their new stadium.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't got that much time left, guys, but we're gonna get into the segment, make it real short and sweet. We couldn't get on earlier to talk about this, but we're about to put somebody on blast. So
There's
Miles,
not a
make it
lot.
short. Make
There's
it
not a
short.
lot.
Who you putting on blast this week?
It's really hard, to be honest. Nobody really did anything idiotic. Um, eh, I want to say maybe the Redskins because Jay Gruden's still the head coach, and you didn't start Haskins and Case Keenum. Had 5 turnovers. That was kind of a problem. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. So, yeah. What about Cam Newton? Just put Cam Newton on there. No Cam.
So
I'm tired of
so
you.
So who I know we already did him, already roasted him before, but AB's getting put back on my list. Why? Because he has an NFL record right now of 9 grievances over his money that he thinks he deserves. He didn't do nothing for not a near team to get any money. So Antonio Brown, you a dummy, and you getting put on blast for thinking you deserve all that money. Now if the NFL puts they take in, that's going to be a 10th grievance, and it's going to be more money. You got to dish out. So get out of here with that. Go sit down, and have several seats. Oh, I forgot, you're already sitting.
Damn.
So the person that I'm putting on blast and got to do what he got to do today, and that's Derek Carr. I'm putting you on blast because you have to win this game, and the reason why I say that is because you've been mediocre the last 2 fucking weeks. Very fucking mediocre. To a point where I had to put you on the fucking hot seat too as the starter of the Oakland Raiders as well. I've been defending you for how many fucking years now? Understanding that John Gruden playbook is fucking in 1999. I understand. But grow some balls and tell John Gruden what the fuck you want as a fucking play caller. Period.
Or if you don't like the shit, change it in the huddle. Like, this shit ain't
Derek
working.
Carr, get your shit together, or you're going to be out as an Oakland Raider. Period.
That sounds like more than other than Garrett Carr. You should have put John Gruden on that game too.
No, because
he's trying to bring the game back to 1998.
Which I understand, but you got to think of it as that. No matter what plays are being called, you still have to fucking execute.
Okay, if that be the case, let's put Aaron Rodgers on blast for not throwing it to Graham.
Look at that, but in that instance, the difference is that Matt LaFleur called the play. It's not a good play in that red zone. It's never a good play for any team to call that play in the red zone.
He had the Seahawks syndrome twice, not once.
If you're the Saints, you can do that. If you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you can do that.
If you're the Ravens,
you can't do that.
If you're the Giants, we'll just walk through.
Yeah, I mean.
And also, somebody posted on a meme on Facebook. He was open. Like, the line gave Derek Carr an opening to run. No, you still throw it. Dude, there's an open lane. Run. Yeah, we got 4 minutes to kick off. So we just put him in a coffin. Derek Carr is in a coffin. Well, about to be put in a coffin. Freaking Jay Gruden and the Washington Redskins, they're already in a coffin. And AB is just AB. He created his own coffin, and he doesn't want to lie in it for some odd reason because it's not his fault. With that being said, that is it for our show here today.
And before we go, any bold predictions for today? Any bold predictions? Bold predictions?
No,
I think Kirk Cousins will throw two picks, and they both might go pick sixes because it's going to be a defensive game. And if it's in the rain, that's really going to be a difference maker. Yeah, remind you, Chicago practicing that shit. They marinate in the rain. They bathe in the rain. They be singing in the rain. They do that too.
I'm just letting y'all know now. I don't have a bold prediction, but I will not be doing Red Zone today. I will be doing the Raiders and Colts live watch party. And I'll be doing a live hangout for that right after this one is over.
With that
There
being
you have it,
said,
guys. We got week 4.
week 4, enjoy your games, enjoy your team happiness, or enjoy your team's misery. Or enjoy your rival's misery. With that being said, that Spotlight Sports Talk right there, key in the building right there, and Mr. MVP Malguli. With that being said, that's all, folks.
We out of here, y'all.
Oh man, we need